Great coach, really hard system to prepare and play against. Brodeur, to me, is going to be one of the tougher matchups we have because he's so skilled. Plays inside, outside, not so much the shooting, but his facilitating is going to cause some problems for us. I think they get the ball out in transition really well. Their numbers right now are not showing they're a great three-point shooting team, but all of his teams normally shoot the three really well. They're averaging over 10 offensive rebounds a game. I think this will be our toughest matchup up to this point. I think they're the best team we've played. Although they have a couple of losses, I still think the way they play, how they play is our toughest matchup up to this point.
Do you see your schedule as kind of taking a flip now, from now forward?
Sure, yeah. It's taking a dramatic flip. This to me is a game. I think they'll finish 1 or 2 in their league. I think they're a potential NCAA team. They got older guys that have won. They have a coach that's been to the tournament and has coached at the high major level and is familiar with us. So, we're going to need the dunk rocking. We're going to need a lot of energy. We're going to have to pay attention to detail over the next couple of days because they definitely got our attention.
I think one player we forgot to mention the other night, his contribution was Malik. How big was he the other night and also to date so far?
Malik has been a great senior. We purposely are making him the sixth man for a lot of different reasons. A, because he can play multiple positions and he's an energy giver the minute he comes in. I think the game changes when Malik comes into the game, so his role this whole year will be to make sure that he gives us some veteran leadership coming off the bench.
Is he an instant offense guy? Is that what you're looking at? Obviously, he's one of your better defensive players too.
I think he's an instant player. He's been around our program for now 4 years, knows what to do, can play on or off the ball, knows the strength of his teammates, which is really important. He knows where the ball's supposed to go, and he definitely is one of the toughest kids, not just on our team, but in the league.
And this is a role, he's better suited for this role than last year, for example.
Much better, because he's suited for this role because he's bought into it. I think when kids buy into a role and embrace a role, they become great players. So many kids don't buy into a role.
And he's not strictly a three-point shooter.
Not at all. He can handle, he can pass it, he can shoot it, he can score it, he can go off the dribble, he can use ball screens, he can come off of screens. I'm so excited about Malik this year because he's matured in so many different ways.
Is there a coincidence that the other night you said a season high in free throw attempts the night that Nate came back?
I don't think it's a coincidence at all. I think Nate, number one, has to get in shape. Right now, he's way out of shape. So we got to, we only wanted to play him 18, 19 minutes. I think he only played 14, but he's a force in there. We're going to feature him. There's no question about it. He's going to touch the ball, and hopefully as the season goes on, he gets in shape and helps us win games.
How much did he practice?
2 days. Only 2 days. This will be his third practice, and we're going to need him.
And any danger that he couldn't play multiple days in a row, or is he fine?
Well, hopefully we can address that next week, because we don't have to. We're going to need him to play multiple. The good thing for us is Khalif, as a senior, he's a starter. He's played a lot of minutes, so we have the luxury of at least bringing him along slowly versus not having that presence at all, as well as Emmett could play that position as well.
With AJ, I think you probably like the shots that he's getting. Is it just a matter of just knocking him down for him?
He's got to knock him down. He's got to stay confident. His back has really been bothering him with the pinch nerve that he had. So he's had it for now a couple of weeks, and hopefully he's getting more healthy. But I'm not worried about him. He'll be fine when it's all said and done.
How's Greg doing?
Greg is still dealing with it. Greg is in a tough spot. So hopefully we just want to be there to support him. He is back on campus and hopefully going to class tomorrow.
You just talked about, Malik buying into his role, but with the number of guys you have, are you seeing more and more of that with this year's team? And was that sort of a message at the beginning of the year, like there's going to be different roles for different guys? If we buy into them, we'll have the success we want to have.
I think there are 2 words we use with this year's team. Number 1 is sacrifice. Number 2 is accountability. In order to sacrifice to win, everybody's got to give something up to make our team better, because all these young men are very good kids, spectacular players. But in order to have team success, everybody has to embrace a role. And that could be a role just coming in for 4 minutes a game. So if you buy into that role, I think we're going to have great team success.
In terms of the dunk and the atmosphere, did you get your chicken sandwich yet? And when do you plan on getting it?
I do have my ticket from the other day. I really appreciate our kid from I think it was AJ's teammate from Brimmer and May that missed a free throw. So I'm going to send him a chicken sandwich on my behalf, and I appreciate the Christmas gift from Chick-fil-A.